The rootkits are very infamous and notorious, technique that threat actors employ to compromise, servers or systems without being detected. And nowadays, what we are seeing is that while the rootkits are there of several types, like someone operate at kernel level, firmware level, or user level, very easiest type of rootkit is what we call as user mode rootkits. So how why they are being used much nowadays? Because they are easier to implement, that kernel mode rootkits. And uh, and what they do is they replace the common system binaries with the infected versions. Like on Linux system, you will see ls command to list out the files, or netstat to see network connection, or ssh to make um, connections to remote servers, etc. Now, if you say that you will be able to do all these things, but that netstat will not show any connection from the malware. It will not list any of the direct files that are put in that particular system by the attacker. So in that way, it will hide the traces of the attacker activity or threat actor activity. So that is the best practice, is that whenever any analyst is doing analysis on a suspected system, do not rely on any of the you know tools that are present on that particular system, be it Windows or Linux. Always it's a good idea to get the artifact out of the system and analyze on a different system. Why? Because such kind of rootkits will not show the actual malicious binaries or malware on the system. And getting detection of the rootkits are also very not easy. But there are some things, a few things that you have to keep in mind, like you have to check whether file permissions, ownerships, and timestamps. Are there any unusual changes in the file permissions or timestamp that suggest tampering, or there are anything looking off? So no proprietary tool or any out of the box software is tell these things, because in these kind of scenarios you'll have to apply your own mind. While the tools may help, but you have to ask the right questions from the tool or from the results that has been provided by the any sort of tools. So whether any you'll have to check the integrity, like if any system binaries have been altered or replaced since installation, and most importantly, who has modified them. So there are system directories containing executables, like in Windows there are system32, syswo64, and in Linux like sbin or uh, bin etc. There are some of the directories where the executables are lying. So on those directories, we'll have to enhance the our focus to identify whether any utilities have been altered or not. We'll have to compare hashes to known good hashes to spot tampering, and also we'll have to focus exclusively on timestamps and modification timestamps, like when that tools were modified. So there are certain tools are there, just like file integrity monitoring tools are there, or package verification utilities are there. But again, these utilities have limitations, and you will have to ask the right questions and manually see whether uh, during the time duration of any malicious activities, whether any modifications are there or not. And like I mentioned, like the utility system utility, like ls or netstat, there are system utilities usually do not make network connections, or the network connections are known. So we'll have to also pay close attention to network connection, whether any unusual network connections are initiated by system utilities, and this can be a red flag for and an indication of having a rootkit. And during the memory analysis, we have to identify any processes that don't have any corresponding executable, and that can also suggest the, the presence of rootkits. So in this particular case, we discussed like that how timestamps are very important, forensic artifact uh, for analysis. So